Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is a wonderful evening, and what better way to enjoy it than with some Overwatch Contenders action. My name is Podslum, and we have a last-minute substitution in the casting department. Jay sadly had to go to bed. He's not been feeling the best, but we have my man Laser on the mic over here. Laser, how you doing?
Pretty good. The NA substitution for an EU caster, as it is getting a little bit late in EU, but I'm excited for this match. It's going to be a really, really nice matchup here.
Yes, and if you were just tuning in to the last match with Pirates and Pyjamas, you know that they are coming off of a rough 3-2 loss. Not the way you want to head into this next game, but the previous day they won 3-1 and then won their next series 3-0. So they are still doing pretty good, all things considered. And Worldwide are a team that have not been looking too hot. They are only 2-9 total in maps. So Pirates might be looking to finish this first week going 3-1, and Worldwide, Laser, they are still looking to get on the board.
Absolutely. I mean, if there's one thing that Worldwide can take solace in their 2-9 right now, is they have played the number 1, number 2, and number 5 in the standings so far. They haven't played any of the quote-unquote weaker teams in the standings yet. And honestly, I'm looking forward to a very tight match. I think that Worldwide have a good fighting chance, especially with Pirates and Pyjamas just coming off of a loss.
Yeah, we saw yesterday Pirates and Pyjamas take on Amplify, who, similar to Pirates right now, had come off of a rough 3-2 loss. So maybe Worldwide can use this to their advantage. Maybe they can say, hey, Pirates they are mentally destroyed right now after that. They might be a little bit tilted. Maybe we can use that to our advantage, try and pressure them where they were having rough places. And that first map that they're going to try and do that is going to be Lijiang Tower.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna probably see a good matchup here with the brawls coming out. I'm not sure what Pirates and Pyjamas got to play against their previous team, since I was not around for the cast, but I would like to see. Yep, here it is, the brawl coming out from Pirates and Pyjamas. Obviously, a little bit of trolling going on with the composition here from Worldwide. I don't think Sawhill's going to come out on the hog, but I would love to see it. Honestly, I am always a fan of off-meta variations, but you're going to be looking for the walls coming out from Emerin and Scissors to start this fight on Lijiang Control Center. That is going to be the deciding factor in these first few fights. Positioning is everything, and if you can get the Mei wall out to force a Ramatra form early, it's going to be devastating for the lack of resources for the other team.
Yeah, I'm very sad we are not seeing a Roadhog this time around, but I will make do with what we have. We see Worldwide running that very in-your-face brawl composition with the Reaper, but Pirates changing it up a little bit, going with the Hanzo as well. Another thing to note, Worldwide going with the Moira instead of the Baptiste, so wanting to have a little bit more aggression right there, and we see Worldwide already going with the aggression, Nemesis form being used, but Zolik is the one who strikes first, picking off Tristan, and Reddick's got to be careful, but Zolik got a 2K already. This Lucio is the most offensive support you've ever seen, and he wants more. The blood is in the water, and he wants a 3K. Z-Man is sadly going to take it, but Pirates and Pyjamas taking a commanding start to this first map.
Absolutely, and if you have a Hanzo and a BAP, you're looking to keep your own space, not taking much aggression into Worldwide, who have that Moira Reaper trying to run it. But big pick from Chronic to stall it out, too. That's extra percent. But like I was saying, whenever you have that Hanzo, you have a bit more poke potential. You have the Baptiste. You don't want to aggress into this Moira Reaper. Any aggression will be punished very severely. And I mean, Tristan's going to go in for an aggressive TP here.
See if the TP will pay off. Pirates, they are just walking back to the point, don't want to overstep their bounds, because one overstep means they just entirely lose this point. The window is going to be popped by Z-Man, just building up that window so fast, as well as the Blizzard, the wall almost catching Tristan right there. And that is, those are two big ultimates being used out of Pirates and not getting anything for it. Emerin almost falling off the back end of that right there, but now it is Worldwide who might need to try and
Sawhill's in trouble.
Play this. Sawhill getting incredibly low. The Dragons is not going to hit him, but he's still going to fall to Chronic. Chronic gets 1, Chronic gets 2. Can Chronic get a 3rd? He wants Tristan right there, and the Scissors is going to help him out on that. He makes it a 3rd. Can he get a 4th? This Hanzo is unstoppable. Chronic just having a game.
Yeah, when you're playing that Hanzo, you have to get the value consistently in these fights. You're losing so much brawl potential with a Reaper. You're losing all that tank pressure onto Sawhill. With that being said, Chronic is finding the picks to make up for it. They've gotten 3 or 4 picks in multiple fights now across the board. And I mean, Worldwide is going to have the Blizzard gauge here with almost all their offensive ultimates online.
Yeah, Sawhill, he has the Annihilation. Is he going to use it? The beat is going to be used out of Zolik and a Blizzard as well. Sawhill might not even need to use the Annihilation just yet. The Immortality Field is going to buy Strider a bit more time, but it's not going to matter just yet. Worldwide still have 2 ultimates to their name. Nemesis form popped. The wall going to provide some extra coverage, and Scissors is surely going to fall right here. So close to the ultimate, but not able to use it. Z-Man picks up a kill onto Rex, but Chronic gets the kill onto Sawhill. The point still goes to Worldwide, but it is a 2v2. Can Pirates, I'm sorry, a 3v2. Tristan is there now. He has the Death Blossom available. I think Pirates and Pyjamas need to just back off and regroup a little bit, but Tristan getting incredibly low. Z-Man pops the window. It's going to be walled off, but it is immediately going to be destroyed, and Pirates are already back on the point, and Tristan
falls with Blossom.
That is such a big pick. The Blossom not going to be used. Sawhill is here. He has the Annihilation. Is he going to be able to use it in time? He's going to pop the Annihilation, but those dragons are going to burn him down. Pirates and Pyjamas just trying to finish off the remaining stragglers of Worldwide. Nolan going to fall. Emran going to fall. Tristan trying to spin to win as much as he can and is just going to fall. First objective goes to Pirates.
Pirates played that almost to perfection. They were able to stall out that fight even when they went down the Ramattra early and they were at a man disadvantage. They let Worldwide cap point, they gave up all the space, and then recontested with their Ramattra. Once Strider came back into that fight, Chronic and Z-Man were able to window to take a lot of space back from Worldwide and put a lot of pressure onto the rest of their team because they didn't have a tank. They didn't have Sawhill there. And once Strider got back, they had the ultimates and the brawl potential to retake that point from Worldwide. And I mean, coming into this map, I'm going to see more than likely a more conventional dive comp because that's what we typically see here on Garden. With the Worldwide going for obviously a Sim TP out, then probably a Tracer. And the Moira is a little bit more sustainable into this comp because you are able to fade out of these hard engagements. But we're going to see Strider on the Ramattra, and that's going to be the big difference maker in their compositions.
Keep in mind, both teams are also running Sombras, so they are going to have a lot of hacks available to themselves, and it is going to be Pirates once again who are going to draw first blood. Sawhill getting too close to the enemy team, not realizing how far in he actually was, and Pirates is easily going to secure this point. Going to be able to hold a little bit now, but look at Emran, 70% already to that EMP.
Yeah, that's a huge gap from Chronic, and that's going to be their engaged potential because Sawhill is swapped over to the Ramattra, giving up the potential of a dive because they've seen this composition out from Pirates and Pyjamas, and Emran's going to go in with an EMP here. This is going to be massive.
Oh, massive EMP going to pick up 2. Can he get a 3rd? The Translocator is going to save Chronic right there, but not going to save Strider. Worldwide, this is the first time they are, winning a team fight and actually securing this objective for more than 15 seconds. So this one will be very good for them. Hopefully this momentum they can keep.
I mean, that one ultimate out, they get a little bit more ultimate. They cut the ultimate lead in half because Sawhill little bit of miscue there. Sawhill got the ultimate charge back and is now ahead of Strider even after swapping to the first fight. And I mean, that's going to be the first, even Cole in and then a Ramattra roll is deadly in this mirror.
See, deadly in the mirror. It is Pirates who do have Prio on the point. 3-2, 4-2 on the point. But the Coalescence is going to come out countered by the B and another Coalescence. Sawhill, he has the Annihilation, but it's going to pop it just before Tristan dies, and that is a big pick. He was so close to the Death Blossom, and Scissors is the one who's going to use Death Blossom first. Not going to get any kills, but they are going to get nearly halfway on the point. EMP is available for Chronic, and he is going to pop it. Nolan falls. Sawhill falls. That Nemesis form from Strider doing work. Zolik picks up the last one, and Pirates and Pyjamas secure the point once again.
Pirates and Pyjamas are just kiting the aggression so well from Worldwide because they immediately recognize what the threat is and how much of a threat it is. And they're able to kite out this aggression, give up all that space, let your team regroup, and then engage back with your resources. Worldwide used the Coalescence early, but they're almost coming back to it, which is going to be their engaged potential after the EMP. But big pick! They don't have EMP!
Emran goes down. This is the time for Pirates to really make a stance. They got to push in here. Sawhill's incredibly low, and he's going to get out of that Nemesis form soon. The Annihilation from Strider is popped. He wants all the members dead, but he's just going to have to back off after the Coalescence from Nolan is popped. No blood is being drawn just yet, but the hack out of Emran gets so many people. The Death Blossom from Tristan comes out as well. It is not going to matter, Z-Man, that Coalescence, and we see Tristan actually going straight for the Translocator of Chronic and not going to get anything out of it, but Pirates losing that fight, and the percentage is just about 70 across the board.
Yeah, I mean, you saw Emran talking about it in chat. Chronic was so close to hacking Emran out of that EMP. I mean, it was microseconds away, but I mean, Pirates and Pyjamas are looking to more than likely take a fast fight here. I mean, they don't really have much of a choice. They got to build these ultimates.
Got to build up the ultimate. Hack onto Sawhill will reveal him a little bit to the team, but Zolik has the beat available after this Annihilation is popped, and Sawhill's got to be careful he doesn't get too close to the Beyblade. That is Scissors and Strider. He gets two, gets one on Redix and one on Tristan, and it is going to be Sawhill next. The 3K for this Ramatra. Make it a 4K. Can he get 5? He's going to kill Emran. No, Zolik is going to take it from him. But Pirates and Pyjamas, they have close to 2 ultimates. Z-Man getting close. Strider nearly at 70%. And worldwide, they have both of their support ultimates and an EMP on the way. Laser, this is so incredibly close.
Emran is going to be the difference maker in this fight. Emran needs to find a massive EMP, get this farm early before worldwide burns all their resources. Pirates and Pyjamas going in with EMP to burn Sawhill early. Tristan goes down.
They burn Tristan instead, and either one of those targets is incredibly good to burn. Z-Man using the Coalescence on top of everything as well. 98, 99%. Emran gets the EMP off, and it is going to pick off Scissors. No Reapers are available for either team, though Tristan is a lot closer. Sawhill is trying his best to make the difference that his team needs. Chronic going to pick up a kill onto Reddick. Strider bonks Nolan on the forehead. He's going to bonk Tristan as well. It is only Sawhill remaining on the point, and he is going to fall, and Pirates and Pyjamas are going to take Lijiang Tower.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a dominant performance on Lijiang Control Center. A little bit closer on the Garden, but I mean, Pirates and Pyjamas are looking like they didn't even lose a map last game. They're coming in with the confidence.
Doesn't even matter. They say last match was last match. We are going to leave it in the past for a reason. Just coming off of that, resetting their mentality, is coming off of a 3-2 loss is never fun, no matter what time of day it is, no matter who you're playing. It is so incredibly rough. And Pirates bouncing back, making it look solid, just like you said. It is now Worldwide's choice for a map, so the ball is in their court, and that could make the difference going into this into this hybrid, because keep in mind, Worldwide have only won 2 maps in the entirety of this season so far. I'm not too sure what those 2 maps were, so I don't know what the record on hybrid is. I don't know if they've won only on hybrids, or maybe it's just some other map choice right there. But they got to make sure that this one, that they do not go down 0-2, because forcing yourself to go into that reverse sweep is such a big pit to dig yourself out of.
I mean, it's reverse sweep territory is always a mental boom. Even if you are up ahead in the series, you are kind of worried about losing that 2-0, even if you are kind of ahead. You have to, once you go up 2-0, you have to close it out. You have to finish the drill. And I mean, you were talking about them potentially having won a hybrid map, but that's actually not the case, because their 2 maps came against Wisp, and they ended up losing Numbani, which is interesting because they ended up picking Eichenwald here. So they're potentially avoiding one of the maps that they lost against Wisp, who were their closest enemy. That being said, I think the storyline that I have seen so far coming out from Worldwide has been their DPS getting picked early in fights that they have ultimates. I mean, you saw the Reaper go down. I shouted about it on Control Center because the Reaper had Blossom at 99. They could have flipped that fight for Worldwide if they had hung on, but they didn't. And then Emran goes down with EMP on a 99 fight on Garden. And those ultimates could have been crucial in those flips. I mean, Worldwide just have to play a little bit slower, maybe even put more resources into your ultimate characters.
Yeah, I think positioning is the name of the game for Worldwide, because whenever Tristan died there and he had Blossom, you saw where he was. He was literally stuck between Chronic on the Hanzo above him trying to snipe his face off, and then a big Ramatra in your face just trying to punch you and make a new nose hole in your in the rest of your face. So that position right there, when you have no backup, it's one thing if you have a few members of your team with you there, and you're maybe able to push Chronic off of that high ground, or try and press the advantage. But when you're only there by yourself as a Reaper, you're not going to survive that onslaught of damage. And just like you were saying, not being able to have that Death Blossom for that fight, because that was last fight territory. It was 99%. You had to make it work, and obviously not going to come out for them in that one. But yeah, Eichenwald is this next map choice. I've seen a lot of Numbani, not just from the teams that I've casted, but also every other team in the league. I think Numbani is somewhat of a favorite right now. A lot of teams just like being able to play the dive on it, to be able to rush that high ground and try and make a difference there. But Eichenwald, there's a few different ways you can play it. You're not really stuck to one type of composition, but that second point with that high ground really forces teams to adapt how they play. And if you're not playing dive, it is very difficult to try and get up on that high ground. So we'll have to see how well Worldwide can adapt to Pirates, because Pirates, they are looking to try and steamroll this series.
I think that it's up to Pirates and Pyjamas to keep the foot on the gas pedal right now. And honestly, it does not look like Worldwide is comfortable mirroring them in Brawl. So I am not surprised that Worldwide is taking them to a map where you're not going to play Brawl as much, especially on second point, because second point, like you said, is the dive point. That being said, it is possible to run a Brawl composition. You just take castle and hold high ground, so you can't really get the advantage of holding high ground as dive. That being said, we are looking at a more traditional mirror from both Pirates and Pyjamas and Worldwide. What we saw on Lijiang Garden, and not Control Center, because there are no mace. There are no cheese walls on either of the Ramatras. There are no wall and burn strategies out here. Just in-your-face brawl. Whoever gets the better hack and burn on the enemy tank will win. That's going to be the name of the game. The name of the game is resources in this matchup. And honestly, Pirates and Pyjamas is looking heavily favored in conserving them and figuring out how to use them in a timely basis.
I was very sad we weren't going to see Scissors on the Pharah this time around. Does swap over to the Reaper, but Sawhill just getting absolutely eliminated. No amount of tank health can save you there. And Pirates and Pyjamas, they are just already on the point. They're already at one tick, and Worldwide, they don't know what to do. They don't have their tank with them. They're not able to contest this. They have to concede it.
Yeah, they have to back out. But I mean, the Moira faded in. But wait, huge pick on Scissors. This is actually recompensable now.
Scissors falls, so does Zolik, and Worldwide, they are making the recontest onto the point. 2 ticks went over to Pirates in Pyjamas, so they got something going for them. But I think that's a massive blunder out of Pirates, just not securing the point, trying to get greedy and go for the kills, just instead of backing up onto the point. You knew you had numbers advantage because Sawhill was still coming back, and Pirates, I think they might be shooting themselves in the foot right there.
Not only did they lose control of the point there, but look at the DPS ultimates coming out from Worldwide. Not only that, but Coalescence, because they can go aggressive here with an EMP and a Blossom, and maybe even a Cole. But, I mean, that's going to be the big part of this fight that I'm going to be looking forward to, because Emra needs to hit a massive EMP here if they want Worldwide to win this.
I think Emran has a possibility, and there it is. EMP onto 4, and Strider's the first target. Zolik is going to fall as well. Z-Man jumps off of the map. He doesn't want to play this game anymore. Scissors is going to fall. Chronic is the only remaining member. But look at the ultimates that Pirates have. They are coming on 5 ultimates, Laser. I think the letter of the day for this game is going to be Q.
Absolutely. I mean, Worldwide, not much you can do about this fight. It is almost unlosable if you are Pirates and Pyjamas, unless they seriously bungle their ultimate usage. I mean, Chronic's probably going to engage with an EMP here onto Sawhill, and they're going to look to burn him immediately.
We do see Tristan trying to go in there, but the Death Blossom is immediately countered by the EMP. Massive EMP out of Chronic, and they get one onto Tristan. The Annihilation is trying to make so much space, but a counter Annihilation out of Sawhill. Is it really going to be that useful? They're just backing them into the hallway right there, and the point is going to be secured. Redx tried to get in there to contest a little bit for his team, but Worldwide, they have to run away. They cannot take this fight anymore. Emran was 1 HP, still is 1 HP, and we see Sawhill might potentially get staggered right here. Nolan popping the Coalescence to try and save him, getting hacked out of it and booped in the face by Zolik. I think that is a massive mistake out of Nolan, committing the Coalescence there.
Yeah, that is a big ultimate loss if you're Worldwide, because now your only engaged tool is Emran's EMP, and that can be countered with Scissors Death Blossom if Scissors manages to live through that. That's going to be the tail of this fight. If Emran can find a massive EMP onto Scissors, or just wait, they took card, they flipped map. This is a huge stagger.
Behind them, yeah, and Chronic is going to be going down. Scissors, he has the Blossom available. I don't know if he's going to use it. If he was, this is going to be a good time. Everyone's so incredibly close, but it's very awkward for Pirates to try and, run in here and try and push this cart, because they are the ones controlling your spawn, but Chronic does have the flank on them a little bit, so we're sort of at a stalemate right now. One of these teams just needs to press the go button, and Pirates, they're looking like they want to do it. They have the beat available. They have 4 ultimates. Chronic has the EMP, but Emran is the one who's going to use it first. Scissors has the Death Blossom available, but Z-Man picks up the kill onto Emran. Make it 2 onto Nolan. This Coalescence is so incredibly dangerous. Strider gets 1 onto Sawhill, and Pirates, they finally get back onto the point and are able to start pushing it a little bit, but Tristan just buying time as much as he can, and is going to be staggered a little bit, but buys time for his team to get up. Chronic and Emran in the Somber 1v1. Chronic just going to TP back, and Pirates finally able to make some headway.
Yeah, the name of the game here is these DPS ultimates, because Pirates and Pyjamas only have these DPS ultimates, and Worldwide only has, I say only, but they have 4 ultimates. They have 4 big impact ultimates, only missing the EMP out from Emran. And, they can use this to their advantage. Big EMP, though, from Chronic.
Massive EMP, and is it going to be enough for the rest of it? Tristan just chilling on the point. He has Death Blossom available. Don't think he wants to commit it. He knows it is a losing fight. Is just going to be hacked up and killed right there. Somber trying to buy some time. Nolan just running around as much as he can is going to fall. And now Pirates, they're looking pretty confident to rush the rest of this point. Push this into the castle gates. Have 2 on the cart right now. Worldwide have 4 ultimates to their name. They need to try and make a hold here before Pirates can get any type of ultimates. Annihilation might be used here. The Coalescence at the very least is going to be used. Scissors incredibly low. Does get healed up right there. The Coalescence is going to be massive, and an even bigger Death Blossom. Tristan gets 2. Can he make it a 3rd? He's going to make it a 3rd. Can he make it a 4th? The 4K. Where's the 5-piece, he says. Chronic managed to escape, but Worldwide managed to hold with only using 2 ultimates.
That's a massive win if you're talking about Worldwide, because not only do they only use 2 ultimates, but, Emran now has EMP. Pirates and Pyjamas only has Cole online coming into this fight unless they can farm up Strider's ult early, and that's going to be the decider, because if Emran can get in with an EMP early onto this aggression before Strider is able to farm their ultimate, I think that's going to be a massive win for Worldwide. And Sawhill has this ultimate too. That's going to be a massive combo here with Emran's EMP. But Z-Man should pop Coalescence early, but they know that Emran has EMP, so they're scared to do it.
Yeah, I think you need to wait for that EMP to pop out, and there it goes, but it's going to pick up a kill onto Scissors. Annihilation and Beat going to be committed from Worldwide. Pirates used the Coalescence and the Annihilation as well, but Chronic gets a kill onto Tristan. What looked like a losing fight is now a winning fight for Worldwide. Sawhill so incredibly low, he's going to fall. Surely he's going to fall. No. The Annihilation buying him enough time to get back and use up his barrier, but Strider gets a kill onto Nolan. The only heals are Redix's Lucio, and that's not going to be a lot. The EMP is not going to be committed. Tristan just going to be hacked up right there out of his Wraith form, and that is going to be Pirates securing this last point. Going all the way to the end of the castle is their goal, and trying to get a little bit more staggers. It's not going to happen, though, but they are just lucky they got that.
I was expecting Chronic to EMP that, but I'm glad that they didn't, because that would have been a Chronic. Yeah, I was expecting Chronic to EMP that. That would have been a massive overcommitment. And Pirates and Pyjamas now has that deadly EMP Blossom combo when Worldwide only has Cole to counter it. And I mean, this could be coming up on Final Fight territory. Massive EMP. There's the Blossom. Nothing found, though.
And the Coalescence is just going to keep Sawhill alive. It was looking good, but it's not going to be enough. Nemesis form going to pop off here for a second, but Tristan uses the Death Blossom, going to be countered by Zolik's beat right there. Emran coming up on an EMP himself. It is going to be all the difference for this next fight. That is the only ultimate Worldwide have to their name currently. They're working on a beat themselves, and Pirates working on another Coalescence. Chronic gets the pick onto Emran. This is the fight that Pirates are looking for. They got to push the cart the rest of this way. Worldwide are going to be able to touch. We see there is a change to the Tracer. Tristan trying to buy time to stall Emran for his team. Sawhill has the Annihilation quick, and it's going to be EMP'd as well. Redix falls. Strider goes down with so close to the Annihilation. Sawhill is in. He has the Annihilation popped. He picks up a kill onto Zolik. Emran is going to fall, though. Chronic is up there just trying to survive. Throws the Translocator to the other side of the hallway. Z-Man is alive, and the EMP out of Chronic gets one with the help of Redix, and Sawhill gets a kill onto Scissors, but the Doomfist has arrived. Strider is here. He's trying to do as much as he can, but the Bastion out of Emran is going to be slammed into a wall. Sawhill trying to buy time. The beat comes out from Redix.
Canceled the rush.
The rush is going to be EMP'd away. It's not going to matter. But Sawhill and the gang, they are just surviving. They get one onto Zolik. It is only Z-Man and Strider and Scissors alive. Scissors just got back to Death Blossom. Gonna be booped. It's a 2. Sawhill and Redix are gonna fall. Emran is gonna fall. Tristan is gonna fall. Worldwide, it looked like they might have had, the contest long enough to save it, but Pirates are able to push all the way.
Strider coming back on the Doomfist was the saving grace from Pirates. Worldwide had them dead to rights. Pirates had no chance in that fight. And then Zolik found the EMP. They managed to kill Redix, who was keeping the rest of their team alive, and Worldwide was not able to recover. Sawhill found a couple picks, but I mean, it didn't really matter because Pirates and Pyjamas was able to farm up their Blossom. And I mean, Strider was almost at a Doomfist ultimate by the time the round ended. They were doing so much. They canceled the rush on Kiri with a Doomfist punch. It wasn't even the EMP. The Doomfist punch was the one that canceled it, and that's a massive trade. I mean, I think that might have won the fight for Pirates.
It is the things that you don't think about when you are practicing and scrimmaging every single day. You don't account for the Doomfist punch to cancel your ultimate. You're thinking about the EMP. You're thinking about Chronic just flat out hacking you. You're thinking of, the boop away to make it a little bit less favorable. You're not thinking about the man with the giant infinity gauntlet punching you into a wall. And not only that, but whenever Emran came back on the Bastion, we saw him get slammed into the wall and just be murdered right there in front of everyone. And he was doing work, just mowing down Pirates, but it wasn't enough to get through the Doomfist punch, which he had empowered when he was using that minigun form. And now Worldwide, they have to push all the way themselves. So if they manage to do that, we will be forced into extra rounds, but they have to get there first, Laser.
I mean, Emran needs to find a massive wall here to make up for the fact that they are playing May. They are not playing Sombra anymore. And this first wall comes out, and now Pirates and Pyjamas can get aggressive. They don't have any hack to counter. And May Ice Block comes out too.
That is a big cooldown to blow so early, and Emran is feeling the effects of it right there, just not in a good position. Strider got very low, has to pop the Nemesis form simply to keep himself from dying. Zolik almost falls to Tristan right there. The Wraith form going to be used to get him back to his team, and a minute already gone out of this time bank, a little bit more here in a few seconds, and Worldwide, they do have the Coalescence to their name coming up on two more ultimates. Pirates, they have two ultimates for themselves. Chronic is getting very close to the EMP. Is he going to pop it? There he is. He gets 4 with it. Strider and Chronic pick up kills from themselves. Tristan is going to fall as well. Redix is trying to run away as fast as he can. Is he going to get out? Nolan isn't going to get out, but Redix does get out and escape himself. Worldwide, they committed the Coalescence to that last fight, and nothing came of it, but Pirates committed 3 ultimates to that fight.
I mean, that's a massive commitment, though, from Pirates. I mean, Worldwide traded the Coalescence for those ultimates, but Worldwide coming up on 4 of the 5 ultimates that they need. And Pirates and Pyjamas just need to find a massive Ram and Reaper ult. As both Ram ults getting popped here, I mean, this is a massive commitment from both teams.
The Death Blossom not going to get any dice, but both Annihilations are used from both Ramatras. Strider trying to get a kill onto Emran, and he does. Scissors kicks a kill onto Sawhill. Both Ramatras are dead. Tristan trying to get something going. The Wraith form going to keep Scissors alive right there. And Pirates, they're just not giving any footholds to Worldwide.
I mean, yeah, they're, like you said, they're not giving footholds. They're not letting off the gas like I was talking about. I mean, Worldwide has this Blizzard, has the Cole coming back on. They have the Blossom, and Pirates has nothing left to counter them. That being said, they just have to find a massive Blizzard here. And Tristan goes down early.
Tristan once again goes down with Death Blossom available. The Coalescence trying to keep Worldwide alive. They do manage to push Pirates off the point a little bit. They are going to secure one tick for themselves. Zolik does fall. The EMP is going to be used. Scissors and Z-Man are on the board for this fight. It is a 3v5. Chronic trying to run down the rest of the team, trying to push them back out. Nolan having to use that fade to keep himself alive, and we see Emran swapping over to the Torbjorn of all heroes. I like what I'm seeing, Laser.
That was a beautiful EMP. It actually ended up canceling the Blizzard. I mean, that was another ultimate canceled out from Pirates onto Worldwide. I mean, they're getting hyper aggressive here. This is a big Blossom from Scissors too. Finds two.
Scissors getting there's some with the Blossom, but Tristan gets even massiver with the Blossom, if that's even a word to use. Redix and Z-Man are fighting. I think the Moira wins that 1v1, but we do see Emran has the turret on the point, as well as a Lucio. This point is going to go over to Worldwide, and the Torbjorn of all heroes pays off, at least in that regard.
I mean, you said the Torb paid off, but man, what a Blossom from Tristan. That was an absolute masterclass of counter-aggression. Kited the first one with the Wraith, and I mean, this is another ultimate committing from Worldwide just to sustain a fight. They don't even get aggressive off of this.
Yeah, I think that might have been a little bit of an overcommitment right there. Yes, it did help your team survive a little bit, but your spawn is so close, you don't really need to worry about dying too incredibly much. But both Annihilations are popped once again. Tristan picks up a kill onto Z-Man. Scissors got to be careful, getting incredibly low. Chronic is off to the sideline, not really able to do anything. Worldwide are winning a fight for it seems like the first time in forever. And they are able to push past this little choke point right here. If we remember back to last round, this is where Pirates sort of got stumped by Worldwide for a little bit, stuck in that little area, and they are finally able to push out of that with 2 minutes on the time bank. They got some time to work with.
I mean, yeah, Pirates tried to do the same thing to Worldwide. They took a fight on their own terms, and they're going to find a stagger on a Torb here if they're not careful. I mean, big EMP!
Oh, a massive EMP is going to help pick up 4. Emran is the only one alive, and he is all the way back there. Not going to be able to help his team whatsoever, but a massive EMP. And my friends, that is what we call a very cheap fight, only using the EMP and none of your team dying.
Oh, look at where Pirates is playing. They're going to take a fast fight on their terms here. I mean, they're holding this high ground above Cart too, so they can't push while they're taking this fight.
The contest right there is so incredibly aggravating. You don't really have anyone that can get up there to contest except for maybe Tristan, who can TP up there without taking a lot of damage. And we see them, that's literally all they're doing is simply just contesting it. And we see Emran committing the Molten Core, throwing it up to on top. So it does push Pirates off of the high ground. And Scissors uses the Death Blossom, isn't going to get anything, but he does pick up a kill onto Tristan. Nolan uses that Coalescence to pick up a kill onto Scissors. And Zolik is here having to commit the beat once again. Chronic punches Emran in the nose, makes it worth his while, and Sawhill is in the middle of 3 members of Pirates, but he pops the Annihilation. He says, this is the fight that I wanted. Gets 1, gets 2. Tristan helps him get a 3rd. And Worldwide, it did really look like they were winning that fight, but then all of a sudden they just roll through Pirates.
I mean, Sawhill said that Sawhill was like, nope, I'm not stuck in there with you. You're stuck in here with me. Because the Lucio was getting hyper aggressive on them, and they popped the ultimate and immediately punished. I mean, that was a masterclass out from Sawhill on counter aggression. Again, Worldwide is putting up a clinic. I mean, look at Tristan in the back. Wait, where is Tristan?
Tristan is, he's just taking the scenic route to the fight, but the beat is going to keep his team alive. Strider maybe committed that annihilation too prematurely. Worldwide, they have less than 10 seconds to secure this point. They're going to be able to touch it right here. The EMP out of Chronic is going to be the name of the game. He translocates in, is going to help pick up Tristan. Tristan falls, and the Coalescence is committed out of Z-Man once again, trying to buy some time. Sawhill nowhere near an annihilation. Emran has the Molten Core. Is it going to be enough? Blocked by the Ramantra shield. Can anyone touch? No one is going to be able to touch, and Pirates go up 2-0 in this series.
Man, I mean, coming into the last fight, it's kind of tough to ask Worldwide to win it when they committed everything into the pre-fight. I mean, Pirates popped Ramantra ult early to force Worldwide to beat, and that was their last ultimate left in the bank. After that, the EMP was free because they couldn't beat again afterwards. Oh, wait, no. That's so brutal.
That is as BM as it comes, ladies and gentlemen. Not even shooting him. You say, nope, let's just let him fall into the river below. But yeah, I think that about sums up this series so far. Pirates just having the better end of what it seems almost every single engagement.
Yeah, I can't put it any other way. They are just dominating in the neutral and the cleanup phase. There have been fights where I thought that Pirates were dead to rights. I thought it was over. And then somehow, some way, they're able to either farm up an ultimate or keep their tank alive for long enough that they find value. And Worldwide is just not finding those same opportunities. I mean, Pirates is just dominating right now. And I think the Eichenwald was the more telling of the two maps when it comes to that narrative.
Yeah, and that is going to be the name of the game for the rest of the series. They're going to try and get their second 3-0 sweep of the first week. And Worldwide, man, the reverse sweep is the only way they can win this. They are now 2-11 on maps. So this is something that is, really going to be a thorn in their side for the rest of this series, for their mental. If they lose this next map, they are going to fall to 2-12. And after this first week, you never want to have 12 losses because but I mean, the only way to go for them is up in that regard, and this next map is going to be their choice, and it is going to be Dorado. So something I have personally have not seen very recently, but obviously we do see Worldwide wants to play this, feels a little bit more comfortable on it.
Yeah, as far as I know, this is actually Pirates and Pyjamas' first time on Dorado, because their previous matches have been Circuit, Gibraltar, and an unknown third map, because we do not have that information. That being said, I am interested to see how they go about this, because Dorado is about the one map in the escort pool where you can't play Brawl. So Hybrid, you can get away with it. Control, pretty heavy. That being said, escort, especially Dorado, is not favoring Brawl. So more than likely, we're going to see a pivot out here from both teams into a dive composition. Looks like Worldwide is making some substitutions, though.
Okay, yeah, the substitutions for Worldwide. Sawhill is going to be taken out and replaced with Lunacy. We're going to see Redix coming out and being replaced with Flumefi. And then, Laser, I'm not sure of that last player.
I mean, I do not have the roster sheet here, but it says M. We will see. I mean, they're replacing Emran.
Okay.
Oh yeah, okay. So Emran is getting subbed out. It's the opposite notation.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, wait a minute. I don't understand.
Yeah, I recognize that.
The notation. But yeah, Emran is going to be swapped out for Amadou or Amado. You guys can correct me in chat later. But yeah, so maybe this substitution is what Worldwide need, because every time a team falls into a 2-0 pit, you have to change something. Maybe it's the composition you're running. Maybe it's one or two pieces of that composition. Maybe you need to swap out a Mei for a Tracer, or a Reaper for a Hanzo, or a Hanzo for an Echo, or just whatever. Or maybe you need to just sub out players entirely. That's not saying that the player is bad. That's not saying that they're just dragging the team down. It's saying that we need a different play style. We need someone who's going to play in a different way. And there's nothing wrong with that. So maybe Worldwide maybe this is the change that they are looking for. And Pirates, they have no substitutions coming in right now, so they are very confident in their roster, very confident to hopefully close the door on this series and just walk away, go to bed a little bit early.
I mean, yeah, you see the pivot coming out here from Worldwide, but what's interesting to me is they're not pivoting their DPS players, they're pivoting everyone else. I think that pivoting your tank player is a pretty tried and true strategy if one of your tanks is specialized in Monkey or in Ball in the dive compositions. I mean, that's pretty obvious, but subbing out your entire support line is a little bit less heard of. You typically sub out one of your hit scan players for a flex DPS.
Emran is DPS.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. The other support
that makes a lot more sense.
The other support for Worldwide is Nolan.
Yes.
Yeah, so Redix coming out, Emran coming out, Sawhill coming out. So really, they're replacing one of everything. They're just, changing nearly everything entirely. But yeah, I love what you were saying, just trying to change your entire play style, on a whole. So yeah, if you were to sub out both supports, maybe your supports, maybe they like to play the more Moira Lucio, but then the two supports that you do swap in, maybe they are a Zenyatta Ana combination. Maybe that is a completely different style of play than you would normally run. And those small little changes, while they might not seem like too incredibly much on the surface, can really make a difference in the grand scope of a series. But Worldwide, they better hope it works in this game, because if you lose this game, you don't have any more games to test out this roster.
I mean, yeah, we saw Emran on the Sombra, and I think Sombra is a very viable hero pick on this map. So I'm wondering what composition Worldwide is going to play if they're taking out their Sombra specialist. Probably just like an Echo Tracer, I'm guessing. Maybe Echo Ash.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if they did run something like an Echo Ash or an Echo Tracer. But I will note that Chronic has been looking exceptionally good on both hit scans and heroes like Hanzo. So if we do see an Echo, I would not be surprised to see Chronic swap over to something like an Ash. He is incredibly talented on that hero, just seems to hit all the shots that everyone dreams of hitting on Reddit. And he's having a tear of a week one, might I say. I was casting one of Pirates games yesterday, and he just seemed to make all of the difference for his team. That's not discounting the rest of Pirates' roster, but Chronic, being a rookie in this scene, really just making his stamp so far on the scene, trying to get as much play time and as much screen time as he can get, and he is definitely deserving of it so far.
Absolutely. I mean, we saw on Control Center, Chronic was the staple in that composition on the Hanzo. And I mean, that was a turning point for Pirates. I mean, a turning point from nothing, but that was their kind of staple pick on that map. Just because Chronic was able to find so many picks on the Hanzo that it didn't matter that they weren't playing Reaper, because they were finding 4 picks a fight on Hanzo. And I mean, as you go into Dorado, I've seen on Gibraltar, at least I've seen a lot of Hanzo Tracer. I haven't seen as much of it on Dorado. That being said, we might see a resurgence of Chronic Hanzo here. That being said, I think we're going to get into it pretty soon. I think Pirates and Pyjamas is ready to go, and let's see what they pick up here.
Welcome to Mexico, ladies and gentlemen, where we have a potential 3-0 sweep inbound, or the start of a 3-2 reverse sweep worldwide. This is a completely different comp, Laser, and I am here for it.
Absolutely. I mean, Ana Brig is kind of a staple in the dive compositions, but D.Va is a variation. Not many people run this. And I think Worldwide playing this is a good change of tempo. Instead of trying to mirror the aggression and try to trade backlines from Pirates and Pyjamas, where they're at a big disadvantage, they're going for a more peel, a more defensive, and a more reactive style from the D.Va. And they're both running on a Brig Ash Tracer, with the only variation being their tank. And that's going to be the deciding factor in this map, because if Lunacy is able to peel for their supports and Error Kick just gets burned, then, I mean, Pirates and Pyjamas is going to have a rough time with it.
Oh, big pick. Pays off already, and it's already looking like Pirates are picking up right where they left off.
I mean, first pick from, Chronic is just doing work. I can't say much else. Chronic is finding those picks that we were talking about in the pregame, and I mean, Lunacy is already demech. That's a massive stagger too, because this is going to be again basically a one fight point for Pirates, because they have to cede all of this space. Worldwide has to cede all of this space to Pirates now that they're down 2 players.
Yeah, I don't know if Pirates already knew that Lunacy was going to go towards the D.Va, because we see Erikek on this Winston. That is just an absolute counter to the D.Va. And we would also like to mention that Strider was swapped out for Erikek. We were not notified of that until the game started, which is okay. And Erikek having to back off right there. Lunacy just running in, and
Chronic again
is gonna get bonked in the face by Chronic's gun right there, and have to see if he's gonna be able to work out any more. The cart is steadily going forward. Scissors, he's looking for the stick. He wants it right there, and he's gonna pick it up onto Flumefi. Tristan's gonna fall as well. Lunacy has the nano boost. He's just gonna buy as much time as he can. It's that you can't really do much of anything. Lunacy is purpled up. He doesn't have the bomb at his disposal to use it, and Zolik is just gonna mace to the face him right there, and Pirates already getting this first objective.
Yeah, and Worldwide, I mean, they committed the nano and they swapped over to Moira for a second, back to Ana. I think that was a little bit of a tactical decision to get a bit more ult charge. Not sure if that worked or not, but I mean, they committed the nano boost to that fight. That was a massive loss, because now they have no engage potential. They have to completely rely on Peel into a Nano Monkey, and that is a dangerous game to play if you are Worldwide.
And not only a Nano Monkey, but you have a Bob and a Rally to worry about as well. And we see the Nano Monkey going in right there. Erikek trying to get one. He's being surrounded by so many people. The Primal is going to be committed once again. Chronic is just lasering in onto Amadou. This Tracer cannot hide. And this D.Va is once again going to fall to Erikek right there. Got demeched and punched in the nose by some Gorilla Fists right there. And Pirates in Pyjamas, they have 4 minutes on the clock and are almost about to secure this second one. Tristan has the Bob available. I don't know if he's going to commit it for this fight, and he is going to do just that to try and buy some time.
That's a big move.
But Bob, he goes too far. That's not where you want him. Lunacy, he has the bomb available. Flumefi going to be destroyed by the dynamite of Chronic right there. Erikek running in the face of Tristan. The bomb going to be committed. Not going to pick up anyone just yet. Erikek picks up the kill onto Tristan. Scissors wins the Tracer 1v1. Chronic once again gets a headshot. Is the man hacking? Get me a vac Overwatch right now to see if he is. Holy moly, Pirates in Pyjamas.
They're doing everything right. I mean, Pirates in Pyjamas got to that last fight with 4 total kills. No one outside of Amadou and Lunacy died on Worldwide. I mean, oh my... Oh, dude, Chronic! I don't even know what to say. This guy is just popping, and you can't contest an Ashe like this if you don't have a monkey. I mean, there's only a limited amount you can do with Lunacy on D.Va here. And I mean, playing a reactive game when Chronic is doing everything in his power to make it impossible for Worldwide is not the option you want to look for. I mean, look at the Nano D.Va coming in off this anti, though.
A nice anti onto the monkey right there. And we do see Tristan is swapped over to the Hanzo himself to have a little bit more range for him and his team. But I don't know what Worldwide did to make Chronic as angry as he is. With a Nano Monkey is going to be used, but Erikek is just going to just hop out. He's not wanting to continue the dive. But the Nano onto Amadou right there. Is this going to be enough to win the Tracer 1v1, or at the very least kill Amikek, or at the very least kill anyone? The Nano is not going to help anyone. Lunacy is going to fall. Amadou just trying to buy as much contest time on this card as he can. Dashing in to help his team. Erikek picks up a kill onto Tristan with the Primal of Chronic. Holy moly.
No touch either.
That is the 3rd headshot, I believe, onto Amadou to send him back to the spawn room. And Pirates confidently secure that 3rd point with 3 minutes and 21 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, this might be their first time playing Dorado in this contender season, but this is not the first time that these players are playing together on it. I mean, they look disciplined. They look very well trained on this map, and I mean, they're executing their win conditions perfectly. That being said, it's made a little bit easier by the fact that Chronic, I think, might have a flooded deadlift right now. They might be over the final blow requirement for that. I mean, I think you said it was 3 headshots. I'm thinking more like 5 or 6 because every time I've seen the kill in the kill feed on Amadou, it's been Chronic. There's been no one else contesting the man. And I mean, Chronic is doing everything right now for Pirates.
Worldwide going for the Chris Kyle composition, the triple sniper right there. Is it going to pay off for them? I think Amadou is just playing the Widow, maybe trying to get a cheeky little headshot off of the start and then, swap to something else. Or maybe he's really just going to commit onto the Widow. I don't think that is going to pay off, especially if Pirates remain on the Winston. Simply because the Winston is going to dive on top of you every single time, and then you're just going to be crying and not knowing what to do with your life. But Lunacy continuing to stay on the Diva, even though the Monkey is there, and Amadou does actually swap, not to what we thought, but to a Symmetra.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to go for the TP to the Ana top right to get them a little bit of a high ground. I mean, they're probably going to get poked out early, though. Oh, actually, wait. Where did they TP? Because none of the supports are high ground. I wonder where Tristan TP'd there. Or Amadou, sorry.
I don't know if they used TP at all. I know that no, apparently they did. So Amadou is on the Tracer now. Scissors has the little bit of a flank, but it's not really going to do too much. Tracers are 1v1. Scissors got pretty low, but is going to be healed by his supports. And Worldwide, they used this little rotation, but it's not getting anything just yet. They're trying to contest the high ground of Pirates. A nice dynamite onto the back line of Worldwide. Worldwide, they just have to run away. Chronic gets a kill onto Nolan, and now the numbers are in favor of Pirates. They're just going to keep them right here. They don't have to advance. Keep in mind, this is Escort. Worldwide are the ones who have to push. Pirates can just chill, and Scissors wins the 1v1 onto Amadou.
I mean, with Floomfi as your only support there, they're kind of stuck on an island. They can't commit forward, they can't commit back because they're going to get picked on either rotation. And I mean, Pirates is just stalling out this cart. It's already a minute 15 gone, and the cart has barely gone past where you would normally push it if you were just running a standard composition that you were just angering cart instead of rotating to this high ground. And I think Time Bank is going to be the name of the game because Worldwide has to cap with a decent amount of time if they want to fight this in OT.
And they are going to have to do just that. But Eric is off of the top lane right there, but he got stuck. He isn't going to die, though. And Chronic just gets another kill onto Tristan. A nice anti-grenade onto the back line, though, and Eric is just going to be slept right there. And a trade of kills. It is 4-4. And Worldwide, they use the nano Floomfi. Is it going to pay off for them? And he just runs off immediately. Nolan is going to fall. Chronic just having a clinic right there. This man is on a tear this series.
I mean, you're going to see it in the kill feed every fight. I think I've seen Chronic's name in the kill feed once or twice, at minimum, every single fight that Pirates has taken. And I mean, that's the sole reason why they're capping and defending so easily. They haven't even, I mean, they committed the nano, but they haven't committed any of their other ultimates there, and Worldwide committed their nano as well, so they're basically even.
Push is going very close, but we see the, oh my gosh, Scissors making him do the double take, the dash and dash back, and Nolan falls once again. Eric is going to pick up a kill onto Tristan. The rally was committed, but it's not going to help anyone. Just buy some time to get back to the spawn room. And Chronic, he's got the Bob. Eric has the Primal. Is it going to be enough to hold it? They have 2 ultimates for Worldwide. They're coming on a third with Amadou's Pulse Bomb. Can Worldwide make this last push in the last minute?
Yeah, Tristan's Dragons need to force Pyjamas and Pyjamas supports to reposition so Lunacy can go in with this Pulse Bomb. And I mean, the Dragons are going to be a tough ask if you are Tristan. Here comes the Dragons, though. Doesn't even find anyone.
Bob being thrown into the small room with the rest of the team. A stick onto Eric. It's only going to kill Amadou. But the numbers are still in favor of Worldwide. Eric evens the numbers at 3v3. Zolik is going to fall. No supports are inbound for Pirates in Pyjamas. Eric gets a kill onto Tristan.
Floomfi's going to go down.
Floomfi is going to fall to Eric. Gets pounced on like a tiger. Eric is on the point. Just buying time.
Oh, and Lunacy gets
getting very close.
Oh, no.
Oh, but the bomb is going to be committed. So he is going to get rembacked immediately, but he just dies to the dynamite of Lunacy. And Lunacy just dies to dynamite. It's not going to matter. 10 seconds remain. Worldwide, can you even touch?
No. I mean, wow, that's brutal. Lunacy couldn't find anyone and engage with their boosters, meaning they had no resources to get out. And they couldn't find a kill to stagger it out because the supports from Pirates and Pyjamas had LOS. once they got back. Man, what a brutal ending to the map if you are worldwide. That is tough to see. Pirates and Pyjamas winning 3-0. And I mean, let's take a gander at this again.
Yeah, this little two-piece headshot right here made me nearly jump out of my seat. Holy Chronic just having himself a ball this series, especially that game on the Ana. I said it before the game even started. I said I would not be surprised if I saw him on the Ash or the Hanzo. He's so incredibly good on this hero, and that was clearly evident by that game.
Yeah, I mean, they put on a clinic. I mean, Pirates and Pyjamas, we were worried about them coming in. A little bit of a mental boom off of that last loss. Close loss, tough loss. That being said, it looked like they didn't even play a match before this. I mean, they might have played a match before this, but it was a win. They looked confident. They looked dominant.
Yeah. They did not let their last match get to them. And, you know, that is the name of the game for a lot of these contenders teams. It's how easily can you move on from that first game? Can you take what is thrown at you? Can you really say, all right, we just lost 3-2. And now we got to play again. It's like, yeah, that's how it is. You got to shake off that last game and go into this one brand new, not even worried about what happened in last game, because you're not playing that team anymore. You are playing a completely new team who might have just come off a win, who might have just come off a even worse loss themselves. So you have to keep that in perspective. And now Pirates, they can really stand tall after going into this next week being 3-1 in the standings. Worldwide, on the other hand, they've got some work to do, Laser.
Yeah, they got to dig themselves out of this pit. And I mean, it's as much as I would like to say it's only going to get easier from here, they still have some tough opponents.
Yeah.
They still have to play Timeless. They still have to play Good Boys. I mean, I think it's going to be a rough run of it if you are worldwide. You have to pick up a couple wins just to get your confidence back, because right now you are in a tough position and you have to come back. And it's not only coming back in games, but it's also coming back in the overall standings.
Mm-hmm.
Just take it one game at a time. And I mean, this is a pretty good match for them to review and look back on, because they took every mirror imaginable and they have a lot to learn from this. But I mean, pretty dominant performance from Pirates. I would like to see them continue this win into another series.
Yeah, taking that momentum and going into the rest of their matches is what they're going to try and do. Their team compositions are working. The players that they have on their roster are working worldwide. I would actually try and use that new composition, that new composition of players that you had in that last match. Don't just, use this one game as, the magnifying glass, looking at it and being like, oh, okay, it didn't work in this one map, therefore we should never play this roster again. It's like, no, give it a little bit more time. Maybe you do some extra scrimmages going into this next week. Maybe you really try and do it on match day. Try it out with Lunacy at the tank. Maybe you try and help Lunacy pick some new heroes, because it was only stuck on the Diva. I don't know if that was something that they had just practiced a lot, or if that was really the only tank that the Lunacy was comfortable on. But we'll have to see how they're able to adapt going into these next few matches. But that is going to do it for us here with the Timeless Broadcast Project, here with the Pirates and Pyjamas stream. I have been Podslim. That over. Am I doing the
direction
right? I am. Let's go. All right. I had to make sure, because it's mirrored. That over there has been Laser. We have been enjoying casting for you all. Production has been amazing. You all have been amazing. Laser, anything you want to say before we close it out?
No, I mean, that was a absolutely fun match to cast, and I am glad I'm here for it, because there were some wonderful moments that I saw from both Chronic and the rest of the team. But I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what's next.
Looking forward to seeing what's next, and we hope you guys are as well. Be sure to tune in a lot more. Next week, we'll have a lot more matches coming at you, and the only way you can see how they all end is Worldwide going to pick up a win. Is Pirates going to continue their dominance? Only way to find out is to tune in. You all have an amazing night, and, just stay tuned.